Hello everyone, this is the Vitality Stadium, also known as Dean Court, AFC Bournemouth's home football ground. And next season, it'll have Premier League footballers, it'll have the best players in the world playing inside of it, and we'll see the return of the famous VAR.
VAR is in the Premier League this season and it will help our referees get more decisions correct.
Welcome to this latest TOVEY Reacts, where I take a look at something that either really makes me really happy and puts a smile on my face, or something that really irritates me and gets on my goat. VAR is very much that in this latest video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Also hit the like button. I want to get your thoughts at the end of this video in the comments, because we're going to talk about a much improved VAR. I'm actually joking because it's absolutely pants. It's still not improved and it's still inconsistent. Take a walk with me around Kings Park. Let's have a look at the video assistant referee. Do you remember when you used to celebrate a goal, whether you're in the stadium or at home, and you got really excited? Then 3 minutes of VAR brought you back down to earth and really frustrated you. Well, we can actually relate to that because we've had 2 seasons in the Championship, and how refreshing has it been. But next season we're back in the Premier League and we're going to have to deal with VAR again. Do you remember being with your mates at school, or being at work, or being in a pub where you used to debate what events happened over the weekend in football, and you never agreed with your mate all the times, but it was a good debate because you had one referee in the middle making the decisions, but we all accepted he was human. You're always going to make a mistake. It is what it is, and the majority of the fan accepted that. But then you had some critics coming in going, hang on, we lost the league title because of a decision. We got relegated and missed out on £100 million because of one decision. And as technology progressed and got better, we had the introduction of goal line technology. Well, to be fair, that's pretty decent. Well, unless it's not turned on at Villa Park, of course.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Have you tried sticking it up your arse?
But technology was improving among other sports, and it was time for help to be given to our human referees. And that's what we were looking for. And after serious testing and it to be used in an international World Cup tournament, it worked okay. Actually, it seemed like it was going to be all right. But then you hand it over to the English Premier League, then you start to panic.
There are 4 match-changing decisions a VAR can be used for. My favourite, goals. The VAR will check every goal that is scored. If the VAR spots something, then they will tell the referee not to restart play. This could be an offside or a foul in the build-up. Penalties. Either penalties that have been awarded or penalties that have not. Red cards. Direct red cards, not second yellows. The VAR can tell the referee if they have missed a clear red card, and also let the ref know if they have incorrectly given a red. Mistaken identity. The VAR can tell the referee if they have booked or sent off the wrong player. The Premier League is setting a high bar for VAR involvement. The philosophy is minimum interference, maximum benefit, keeping the pace and passion we all know and love.
So once it was voted on in 2018 to be included in the Premier League from the 2019-2020 season, surely the whole point was that you're going to eliminate mistakes, errors, provide a level playing field. Maybe the decisions are the same, regardless of whether you're in the top 6 or the bottom 4. That's a nice thought, isn't it? Decisions the same whether you're at the top or the bottom. Doesn't quite work like that. Hasn't worked like that. Not only that, it slowed the game down. Sometimes you're waiting 3 or 4 minutes for a decision, but you can have an almost identical decision, and if you're in a blue shirt of Manchester City, it goes for you. But if you're down the bottom playing for red and black Bournemouth, it goes against you. Well, that's what it feels like. Well, the Premier League released their overview of VAR when it came into fruition. And they said that VAR will not achieve 100% accuracy, but will positively influence decision making and lead to more correct and fairer judgments. Well, that's if you can give the ultimate decision to the right person and they're brave enough to make it. Because we've seen recently in the Champions League final that should Benzema's goal have been on? Was it on? Was it not on? Who did it come off? Did he make an attempt for the ball? Oh, it wasn't a direct pass to Benzema. I mean, why would you directly pass to the opposition? I mean, that's a stupid thing to say, isn't it? But more noticeably, you go to the Championship final, bearing in mind there was no VAR in the Championship and everyone's pretty happy with it. But no, let's move it to the Championship final where you're sitting on the winner of £120 million. That's fine. At least we know then that the right decisions are made. But should have had one penalty for Huddersfield? Clear, by the way, clear as mustard. No, not just one. I'll tell you what, let's not give a second one either. Even though we have 3 men around a screen, we don't tell the referee to go and look at the screen monitor in Wembley, and 4 people are unable to see that there is an obvious foul for at least 1 pen. In my opinion, 2 pens definitely. And Forest go up. They had a good season, but Huddersfield deserved a chance to equalise from 12 yards and give them a chance in extra time and penalties. But we've all been there as a football fan if you've been involved with VAR, and we definitely were on the end of some dodgy decisions in the Premier League. So it's not just goals, it's offsides. I was an attacker in my time of playing football, so I always like to see goals. As fans, we go to football matches mainly to see goals. You might get the odd fan, you might get your Steve Hensmans of this world who love defending, they love to see a Steve Cook block on the line, but really we go to see goals, don't we? And there must have been, I mean, I'd love to know the physical stat of how many goals have been lost since VAR came in, but when you look at offsides and you think that a goal's been cancelled out, and it could have been the greatest goal you've ever seen in your life, but it's been cancelled out because a striker has a little bit of an extra long toe, or his bum was in the wrong place, or his hip is offside, or his top of his shoulder is offside, and it could even be a body part that play absolutely no part in the goal itself. For me, the way they draw the lines, the way offside now works with VAR and the technology, it leans itself to more being offside nowadays when it's tight rather than the other. Because an attacker's always going to be on the front foot looking to go forward, and a lot of defenders will always be looking to push up, leaning the other way. So when you put 2 lines in a screenshot, 9 times out of 10, if it is marginal, it's going to go in favour of the defender. So we've gone completely the opposite way, giving the attacker the benefit of the doubt, now giving the defender the benefit of the doubt. And I tell you now, we'll go back the other way at some point and back to what it was like originally.
Referee review areas, or RRA for short, will be in use at every Premier League game this season. But we don't want to unnecessarily delay the game. We want to maintain the Premier League's pace and intensity, so the RRA will be used sparingly. The referee will always have the option to use it and can view incidents at their discretion.
In summary, it's not very good. Well, the software should be good. The way we use it doesn't seem to be very good. Although it does seem to work in other leagues. I have seen it work in international tournaments where it doesn't stress me out as much watching a game of football. But the experiences of watching it live when we were in the Premier League the first time and seeing it used recently, it just is rank. And for that reason, it's been in the bin for a long time in my head, and it can remain in the bin. What I'm hoping for is that lessons are learned, we can get better people in charge of it, because I think that there's not enough football people that are looking into it, that understand the game a little bit more. Maybe there's just very educated people who just want to dominate it and say this is how we're going to use it. Get football people in there, get someone in the caravan that understands the game and can understand how split-second football works. Obviously, you're going to need to have someone who can be trusted. You don't want no bias in it, but someone who's played the game physically and can help make better decisions. Because if it's inconsistent and the decisions are still wrong and we're not making the right decisions, and errors are coming into it, what's the point? Because you're slowing the game down, you're frustrating fans, you're taking their historic moments away from them. Then bin it, give it back to the human referee that we've had for absolute donkey's years, and let's just accept that people make mistakes. It's in the bin for me. I'm hoping that we're not on the end of too many bad decisions. I'm hoping not too many Bournemouth goals are going to be cancelled out next season, because we might not score many goals. So the last thing we need are goals taken away from us. And I'm hoping that watching Premier League football in Dean Court next season, I don't die a little bit inside when VAR pops up on that big screen. Look, it's a short video. It's a bit of fun. It's telling you how I feel about a bit of software that's used in the elite level of football. I want to know what you think. Is there anyone out there who does like VAR? Or do you think it's rank and stays in the bin as well? We're going to see what happens next season. Please subscribe to Cherries Red Army. Hit the like button if you like this video, and I'll read every single comment. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Up the cherries.